Good, welcome back. So on Saturday, 14th of December 2024, and we are halfway of this month. We are closing this year soon. So we are doing our pre-market analysis before the open of the market, so that we can have our bias on pairs and what we expect of this weekly, so that we can keep our trading psychology on check. So without wasting much of time, we go to our charts where we do our analysis and know what we expect. What do we expect on these pairs based on our analysis? So if we can move back to the first pair, that is AUD/USD. AUD/USD, we delete this. Sorry, let me delete this. We move back to the monthly time frame, because that is where we start our analysis. This is top-down analysis. We can delete this, and move. So we are on the monthly time frame. What are we expecting on this pair? This pair, from the overall direction, from what we can see overly, from what we can charge on this pair on the monthly time frame is pushing down. This pair is pushing down basically. So if we can have long-term opportunities, we should be considering taking selling opportunities on this pair. That's simply what we can see. But if we can move to the lower time frames, like the 4-hour time frame and the 1-hour time frame, 30-minute time frame, we can see price moving much more clearly. But judging from the overall things, this price pair, that is AUD/USD, is selling. Simple. So we delete that and we zoom in so that we can see things much clearly. If we analyze the latest data, on AUD/USD, we are selecting last 3 to 4 months. That's the last 3 to 4 months. AUD/USD has been selling. How do we understand that? We select the last 3 to 4 months and put our edited fib, that is from down top. We can see where price is currently is in between this line and this line, basically is telling us that we are selling. We are looking much more of selling opportunities on AUD/USD until we see otherwise. So delete that. Now we have our bias on AUD/USD. We are just looking for selling opportunities, much more of selling opportunities. So we can, but we can see this zone here, right here, that can stop price. This is a zone on the monthly time frame. For a major zone, for a support zone to be formed on the monthly time frame, you should be knowing that is a very strong zone that can hold price above. But if we break below that zone, where do you think we will be going to? We will be going to this zone where this line is. So now we are at a point of uncertainty on this pair. Now we are at a point of uncertainty on this pair. Why? Because price is selling here, but we can't know if price is going to sell. Why? Because we are currently in a major zone that can hold price above. So if we can see on the 4-hour time frame a change of character from that zone when price fully enters that zone or interacts with that zone, and we see a change in character, then we can consider taking buying opportunities up to this zone, back up to this zone, back in this zone, back up to this zone basically. But until then we stay patient until we see what price wants to do. Until then we just keep patient and see what price wants to do. That's why we have more pairs on for trading. So we move to the next pair, that is USD card. I don't want to analyze G-Spot because of so high level of uncertainty on that pair right now on my side. So if we can judge overally on this pair USD card, if we can charge overally on this pair USD card, let's move back to the monthly time frame and charge things from a higher time frame perspective. From a higher time frame perspective, I think we are pushing up. Let me delete this. It's not coming up. Let me move the weekly time frame so that I can delete this, and delete this on the monthly time frame. Changing things from an overall perspective, that is the monthly time frame, I think we are pushing up from the zone up. So this is also a sub-zone that is pushing price to the upside up to where do you think the price get to unstop? Where do you think price get to unstop? This zone right here. That's a zone on the monthly time frame where price is targeting basically. So understanding that fully well, we can now narrow things down. To the 3 to 4 to the latest data on the market, that is by analyzing the last 3 to 4 months like that, and then we take our 80-day FIB just for beginners so that we understand that. So pull it from down top. So if price was at this point, if price was in between these two lines where you can see selling and consolidation, then we could consider taking selling opportunities. And if price was in between consolidation line and consolidation line, then we could be actually avoiding that pair and move to the next pair because of a higher level of uncertainty. But now price is in between this line of consolidation and buying, telling us what? That we are looking much more of buying opportunities into this line, actually into this line. Simple and clear. So if we can do that on the monthly time frame, since we have seen what we want to see, and move to the weekly time frame, what are we doing on the weekly time frame? we are just looking for zones where we can take buying opportunities. We can't see much on the weekly time frame, so we move down to the daily time frame until we see something. So where do you think we can take the next buying opportunities on this pair USD card? Where? This is a zone where we can take buying opportunities on USD card. This is a zone where we can take buying opportunities on USD card up. So if we can tap into that zone on either the London or the New York session and see an entry, we take it. That's one zone where we can consider taking buying opportunity. This is another zone right here. This is another zone where we can consider taking buying opportunities to the upside. So if the first zone doesn't work, we consider taking buying opportunities from the second zone. Why? Because we are just related traders and we are at a level of trading with probabilities, so we work with probabilities. Those are two zones where we expect price to react from and give us buying opportunities, depending of if we can see our conditions. There are conditions met, like price tapping into those zones either in the London or the New York sessions. And if we see engulfers or bind bars either in the 30-minute or in the 15-minute time frame, considering the sessions that price would be giving us those candles. So if I can put another line from the second zone, is something we can hold into this line. Basically. Simple. So we are done with that pair. Let's move to the 4-hour time frame for refinement, and we move to the next pair. Basically, I think we are good. We move back to the 4-hour monthly time frame and move to the next pair, that it could be USD JPY. So I'm deleting everything on the monthly time frame on USD JPY. Delete that. Okay, so that I can explain things basically. Okay, so now if we can judge things from the higher time frame perspective, that is the monthly time frame perspective, that is the highest time frame possible, we can go on price. So I'm using my phone for analysis, and I can judge that from the monthly time frame. We are actually pushing up on this pair. We are not here to trade. We are not here to buy or sell. We are just here to understand the overall direction on USD JPY. So understanding that full well, we can delete this tool that I just draw out. So what was our highest range formed? That was formed? Let me use line tools. That was the highest lower high that was formed right there, and the higher high that was formed right there. So we understand that we are operating in that range. We understand that we are actually operating in that range. So what do we know? This part is a discounted part. This is a discounted part, and this is the upper part of that range. And what do we understand basically? On the discounted part, we are just expecting a price to pounds off and give us buying opportunities, and from the upper part we are expecting selling opportunities. But since we are on an overall bullish trend, we are much more concerned on buying opportunities if we are looking for long-term opportunities on this pair. So understanding that full well, we can delete the upper part. We can delete the upper part. Why? Because we are generally concerned on buying opportunities. So if we can narrow things down now, we were judging it from an overall perspective. We can now narrow it down to what price is doing currently, what price has been doing lately. So understanding that we are looking for buying opportunities, we can narrow things down. And select the last 3 to 4 months on this pair. Last 3 to 4 months. And we take our 80-day fib, pull it from down top. We pull it from down top. Simple and clear. What are we expecting? We are expecting buying opportunities on USD JPY, and it is confluencing with the fact that we are on a bullish trend on the monthly time frame. So understanding that fully well, that we are looking much more of buying opportunities on this pair, we can delete things on the monthly time frame and move to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, we can see this thing, this movement. We can see this thing. Remember, on the monthly time frame, we were pushing from the zone up. You remember that? We are pushing from the zone up. Now you can see that is confluencing with actually the 3 circles that make up a wave on price. Price moves in waves. Price moves up in waves. So that was our first wave from the zone. Price reacted off, giving us our first movement, and then our first wave, and then price reacted down, giving us a reaction or a rejection from the top, from this top into the zone, and we are expecting price to react off that zone up to which point? Up to this point. Simple. Up to the far extreme of that range. So understanding that very well, we go now to the lower time frame to look for much more of buying opportunities on this pair USD JPY. We are looking for buying opportunities. So we move to the daily time frame to see where we can see buying opportunities on this pair. We can see much on that pair on the daily time frame, so we move back to the 4-hour time frame. What can you see on the 4-hour time frame? This is what I can see. These are major zone where we can consider taking buying opportunities on this pair. Just like that. That is one zone where we can consider taking buying opportunities. If price doesn't hold from that zone, then we can consider this lower zone. For buying opportunities. That conferences with the three circuits that make up price movement in FX. So if we can have a tap, the first wave was that movement. If we can have a tap of price into that zone in the London or in the New York session, giving us pin bars on in gold vase candles, then we can consider taking buying opportunities from that zone and hold basically. Stop loss below that zone and TP, final TP on that zone. Fast TP I can delete this. It was for explanation so that charts can't look more junky. Delete this also. I can also delete this. Sorry. So our first TP can be on that zone and our final TP can be on the other line. 2 TPs. Good. So we can go to the 4-hour time frame and wait for our setup to happen. Simple and clear. That is for USD/JPY. Let's move to the another pair, that is Euro/JPY, and see what we can be expecting. Euro/JPY. As a norm, let's move to the monthly time frame so that we can understand things from a perspective. That is judging things from a perspective. This pair is moving up from the monthly time frame, that is from the highest time frame possible. This pair is actually moving up. Simple. So understanding that fully well, we can locate our operating range, that is the highest range formed on this pair on the monthly time frame. And just for note, higher time frame ranges actually higher time frame ranges work the best, because if we can move to the 4-hour time frame, we can see a range. This is the lowest range that is formed on the 4-hour time frame. This is the lowest range that is formed. I think I need to load these price, because I am not seeing some candles. So we leave this for next session analysis. Let's analyze something like Eurocard. So judging things from the monthly time frame. So that we can judge things from a higher perspective. So considering the latest move on euro Canadian dollar, we can see that we are pushing up from the monthly time frame. We are pushing from this zone up. That's what we can understand. So deleting this, and we move to the latest data. We move to the latest data on the monthly time frame, and we delete. So we just select the last 3 to 4 months on this pair. Selecting the last 3 to 4 months on this pair, what we see? We can see that price is consolidating on we can judge things until we draw our edited FIP. What is our edited FIP telling us? Price is now buying. Price is, if I can zoom on that pair, price is leaving the consolidation part and entering the buying part of that range. So if at all we are considering opportunities on EuroCAD, we can consider buying opportunities. Why? Because the monthly time frame is telling us to buy on the latest data on them on this pair. That coincides with the fact that price is pushing up on this pair. Simple. Good. So we move to the weekly time frame and see what are we having on the weekly time frame. On the last 3 to 4 months, on the last 3 to 4 weeks, we are still buying. That is telling us that should be telling us something. It's telling us that we should not be considering selling on this pair. If we are selling on this pair, then we should just be prepared for up and down losses. So if at all we are going to consider buyers on trading on this week, on this PM, we are just considering buying opportunities. Simple and clear. So if I can delete that and move to the for our daily time frame, so that we can consider where we can take buying opportunities on this pair. So this was one zone that we could have considered taking buying opportunities on this pair on the daily time frame, and this is another zone where we should have considered taking buying opportunities on this pair. This follows the fact that on the monthly time frame, price is pushing from a major zone. Price is pushing from a major zone, and is a move that we can expect. Price to move from that part into that part. Why? Because it is coinciding with the fact that price moves in phases, or price moves in waves. So price moves in waves. This was the first wave, pushing price to the upside, and this is the next wave, pushing price to the downside, before we continue on the third movement on Eurocard. So understanding that fully well, we move to the weekly time frame and see where we can consider taking buying opportunities on this pair. We can see much on the latest data on this pair, so we delete that on the monthly time frame. This was on the monthly time frame. We are expecting buying opportunities to the upside, so we go to the daily time frame and see where we can consider taking buying opportunities on this pair. So you can understand why I took these buys and these buys. Let me explain why I took these buys. I moved to the 4-hour time frame and saw this. This was a zone that I was expecting to take buying opportunities from before price got to the second zone. That zone, and you can see how many times price reacted from it before. The price is not popping up. This was the first reaction. Sorry, let me delete this. This was the first reaction on this pair. This was the first reaction, second reaction, and this was the third reaction that I took buying opportunities from. So if we can have a tap into those two zones, the latest zones, first zone, second zone, then we can consider taking buying opportunities again on this pair, depending on the sessions that price taps into those zones. Depending on the sessions that price taps into those zones, either in the London or New York sessions, because those are the major sessions where we consider taking opportunities from on our trading pairs. That's what we can see lately on those pairs that we have already analyzed. So if I can move to another pair, I wanted to analyze Swiss franc related pair. Why? Because of the latest news that the Swiss franc bank has cut down the rate on returns on that pair. So after feasting a lot of pairs, I just got USD Swiss franc as a pair that can give us much more of a clear entry, and it has much more of clear price movement, so on the monthly time frame. So you can see how clear those movements are compared to a pair like AUD Swiss franc. It's a little bit more confusing because of those wicks. So considering USD CHF, and charging it from the monthly time frame, the pair is generally on a downtrend, generally, or a downtrend. That is judging it from higher time frame. But if we can zoom in on the latest data on this pair and actually select the last 3 to 4 months, we can see that USD CHF, that is USD dollar against the Swiss franc, is pushing to the upside. How did you understand that? How do we understand that? We take our edited fib and just place it in that rectangle from down top. Sorry, that is not our edited fib. So we put it from down top. Good. So where is price? Price is actually on the top of that box and is coinciding with the fact that in our edited fib, price is in between the consolidation line, that is the buying line, and the consolidation line. Actually, price is in the buying part. So if we can read that, we understand that USD CHF is buying. It is coinciding the fact that when the news that just came out on the Swiss franc, the bank just cut down their rates, meaning that if the Swiss franc is a quote currency on this pair and USD is a base currency, and we are expecting Swiss franc to fall, USD is a strong currency right now against the Swiss franc. Swiss franc bank just cut down the rates on returns of investors. We are expecting Swiss franc to fall, and it's a quote currency on this pair. Then we are expecting this pair to continue pushing up, and from the last 3 to 4 months on this pair, Swiss franc, USD Swiss franc is rising, right? Good. So we are just looking much more of buying opportunities from this zone on the monthly time frame, up to this zone. Simple and clear. So moving to the lower time frame, we are just looking for much more of buying opportunities on this pair. So deleting this and moving to the weekly time frame so that we can look where we can look for buying opportunities on this pair. Don't worry, I'm going to I can't see much on this weekly time frame, so I move to the daily time frame. There's a reason I just put that line there. So if I can move to the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to understand where I can look for buying opportunities on this pair. For our time frame, that is where we are currently, and I can draw this first zone. This is a zone where I can expect USD Swiss franc to push from and give us buying opportunity. Simple and clear. So that is one zone. This is another zone. This is another zone where we can expect USD, CHF, to push from and give us buying opportunity on this pair. So I can draw an arrow tool just like that. I can grown that. Okay, up to where can we hold these trades? Up to this zone, up to this zone. So judging it from the monthly time frame, we can expect this December to be bullish, and if we can have a bullish January, if January is going to be bullish, then we can eat our final TP, or we can just be adding much more of buying opportunity on this pair up to the last TP. Everything is possible though on FX, and we can eat our TP just in 2 days or 3 days. Following that, investors now are freeing from the CHF, and we can have our TP, final TP, being it much more faster. So we can move to the 4-hour time frame and wait for our buying to open. Simple and clear. So from this video, we are just keeping our eyes on USD CAD, USD JPY, USD Swiss franc, Euro CAD. And that's not a coincidence that we are just keeping eye on much more on USD pairs this week. So those are my biases on those pairs, and I will be analyzing Euro JPY together with GBP JPY. Why? Because of the positive correlation on those pairs, and I will be sending it to you later on. Okay, we can call it a day. Let me know if you have questions on this analysis together with the analysis I have done before this one, so that we can have clarification on this technical analysis and the ones that have come before this one, so that we can do it majorly. And I know I have not analyzed this XAU-USD for a long time. That follows that we are in a consolidation region in the monthly time frame, considering the latest data in the market, and can be seen on the daily time frame. No clear sense of direction. So, but starting next year, I think I can analyze that pair. So we call it a day. Next on, we can consider, I think, analyzing GBP pairs. Thank you for showing up, and see you in the next sessions.